I received this case from Tongate, which is made for the Z Flip 7, and I put it through the ringer for about 2 weeks, and here are what I've liked and disliked about it so far. Let's get into it. So the first good thing about this case is obviously that's going to provide maximum protection. It has nice bulky edges with a lot of padding and even some nice angle for some shape and extra protection there as well. And it even has an integrated screen protector so it can protect your phone or your phone's cover screen from any scratches that it might come across, which of course is very important when you're going out and about and you need a rugged case like this. Of course, with the integrated screen protector, it's kind of a double-edged sword, but I'll cover that on my negative side of things as well. The next thing is that it has a good fit, and it actually slides into your phone really tight, which is good and could be a little bit hard to take it off, but it's worth it for the extra protection. And it has included adhesive, even though I swear it wouldn't need it if it happened to fall off. Even the buttons that they have here, the button covers fit perfectly and they function properly. The next thing is that it comes with an integrated hinge protector, which not every case does, and some of them actually have a material one, like a cloth material, and those don't protect as much. It's more for scuffs than anything. This one is a hard plastic and it has a spring, so it collapses back into place every time. So it's soft enough where it doesn't interfere with you opening and closing the phone, but the string is strong enough where if it does get hit and it bounces a little bit, it's gonna close before it drops to hit the ground again. So in my opinion, it has just the right amount of spring strength here to keep it intact and not interfere with your everyday opening and closing. Next is that it has the integrated kickstand, which works really well. It holds it in position perfectly, and it can actually rotate 360 degrees to get you the exact angle that you need to hold your phone properly. And it's not just a smooth transition, it actually has clickable areas to get you that perfect 90-degree change at a time. And also the kickstand is actually MagSafe compatible, so you can actually stick it onto your charging and your accessories, and you actually added functionality to your phone because Samsung still hasn't put their MagSafe or magnets into the phone yet. So for now, this is the only way to get MagSafe accessories to work on your phone. It's to get a case that has MagSafe compatibility. And yeah, I know MagSafe is the iPhone trademarked name of it, but it was the first one to come out, and usually the first one to come out wins in terms of the naming. And in terms of how good that magnet works, it's really strong. It works on the MagSafe charger and accessories perfectly well. It has an issue with one of my standing chargers, but a lot of my MagSafe cases actually have a problem with that charger, so it could be that the charger doesn't like any sort of metal in between it whatsoever. So now let's get into some of the cons of this case, and one of them being that it adds plenty of bulk. Obviously, it's one of those Max Protect type of cases where this is to protect your phone from some severe drops, but it is still kind of bulky. In terms of my visual determination, because I haven't measured any of this, it's a little bit wider, so that's not too bad, but it's a lot thicker, and that's where you're gonna feel a lot of the extra bulk when you're holding it. But it feels very secure. When you're holding the phone with this case on, you have zero concerns about dropping it because honestly, this feels like a tank, like it's gonna protect it really well, which is what it's made for. The next thing is for those times that you don't need the maximum protection, you can't really use it without the cover because the hinge gives it a weird shape, and when you open it, the hinge is gonna slide on the glass itself, which even though it's glass versus plastic, it shouldn't scratch the screen. I still would be careful about that. So it's really meant to be used together, which granted all cases are, but when it comes to these flipping and folding phones, I oftentimes use the back side of the case only and not the front. So if you're one of those like me that uses half of the case most of the time, this one could be a bit of an issue on that one, unless you don't care to risk scratching your screen with the plastic hinge protector. And lastly, it's the double-edged sword of the integrated screen protector. So yeah, it's great that it's there and that it's gonna protect you and you're not gonna forget to put it on. And also you could take it off without having to peel it and buy a new one. You just take it off and put it back on whenever you need the screen protected as well. The problem with the integrated screen protectors is that they don't fit perfectly ever. I've never seen one work perfectly. This one works really well, but as you get to the edges of the screen protector is not tightly against the screen itself. So it requires more pressure from your finger for the phone to read what you're touching. It's not the biggest deal and definitely a small trade-off if you're going somewhere like hiking. I definitely put this on and deal with the extra pressure. It's not too big a deal, but it takes away from the smooth feeling or user interface of Samsung. But that's just me being picky because it's just, something that I noticed and I realize it when I'm using it, how I have to press a little bit harder. But honestly, it's what it's meant to do. It's supposed to protect more than anything, and it definitely does that. So being that this case is for maximum protection, it definitely delivers on that for sure, 100%. There's no concern at all when I'm using it that I'm gonna damage the phone, or that the phone's gonna get damaged. And even though it's bulky, because of the design having lines everywhere and everything, it kind of distracts from it being like a massive block. It looks kind of sleek in a way. Now, in terms of pricing, I tried to search for comparable cases, and there really weren't a lot when it comes to this type of case, protecting your phone to the max. There were some that looked like it protected really well, but either it didn't come with a hinge protection, or it didn't come with any sort of glass protection, so it was all missing something. For the ones that did compare the closest, the price was very close, but this I would say is on the higher end of that range. So at 43-ish US dollars, it's not a bad price considering it's gonna protect your phone. But if you're not into the bulky stuff, you could get slimmer cases for cheaper. So it really depends on what you're looking for. And this case is meant for the active person, the person that goes hiking and puts the phone in their pocket, or maybe in their backpack, and they could risk dropping the backpack or something. Or maybe the people that like to go rock climbing, or even playing sports in the local park. Usually putting your phone down or leaving it in your pocket, either one of those is not going to be good for your phone's longevity. So this is going to protect it really well, and it's going to do its job properly. If you are interested in the case, there is an affiliate link in the description, and I would love to hear your thoughts and experience with this case. Let me know how it's working for you if you have it, and if you have another one that's comparable, let me know what you have and how it works. Any suggestions would be great, and will definitely help the others that watch this video that are looking for this type of case. Thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed the video and found it helpful, and I'll see you on the next one.